sports. It's in the game.
We attacking better, stand back and watch them run. Shotgun come with the options and big.
Tonight on EA Sports, it's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Zach Wilson and the New York Jets taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New York Jets taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it has been a very long time coming, Charles, for these Jets, but they are back in the Super Bowl, their first appearance in the big game since that stunning Super Bowl III upset way back in January of '69.
Brandon, they'd lost 4 straight AFC Championship games until their win a couple of weeks ago. And remember, prior to that, they'd lost 2 in a row. Mark Sanchez was a quarterback at that time. That was about a decade ago. They lost one of those to the Colts, one of those to the Steelers. But now here they are, back in the big game. And, of course, who are we going to think of? Joe Namath. White shoes. Joe Namath guaranteeing victory over the Colts in Super Bowl III. Gets it done. And the AFL-NFL game, never the same. Pretty soon we were in a merger with the AFC and the NFC.
Meanwhile, what a turnaround for the Giants. They finished with losing seasons 7 of the last 8 years, including 6-10 last year. But now, here they are, champions of the NFC, looking for their 5th ever Super Bowl title.
And for many of us, we feel like they were here recently. But it has been a little bit of a wait for them to get back to the big game. Remember, they won Super Bowls 42 and 46. Got some fortuitous plays in both of those in wins over the Patriots. Could we possibly see, partner, something like the helmet catch again?
After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in the days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Jones. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. he's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson, and he finds Tyler Croft. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Carter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Cooper on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
1st and 10. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Jones on 1st down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. That catch good for only a couple.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Barkley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Back to throw. Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown, Giants. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Giants have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
On for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Coleman now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Carter to start the drive, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second and 7. To throw is Wilson. Caught here by Griffin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Wilson. Again, he finds Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Here's Griffin on the catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Wilson. He's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Pharaoh Cooper now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That's caught by Galladay. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Jones now. Throwing on first down. To Barkley on the check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing again on second down. Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They'll look to throw again. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach that's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top and gives you a chance to go make a play.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Second half starts with a run by Carter. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson completes it to Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Carter once more. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Wilson. Here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 10 here in the third quarter of Super Bowl 56. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Here's Barrios. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Crowder's got it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Wilson to throw. It's caught by Davis. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, Wilson. Flushed it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Azeez Ojulari able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
following the sack. They'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. A handoff for Carter. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Another tote for Carter. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st down. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Touchdown! That's caught. Jamison Crowder. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. Jones into the hands of Ingram. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jones. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Here's Jones. Finds his tight end Ingram. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw is Jones. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Jones. Completes this again to Shepard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Throwing, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And the New York Jets have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy will be in the Big Apple. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.